Definitely the closest to a real actual foodgasm I've ever had in my life. My friend Michelle was laughing her head off watching me eat this. I was like, oh my god. Hello culture eaters, I hope you are having a fabulous day today. We're again having some nice sun and the weather's slowly warming up. It's been a long spring. So today we are back with Travel Talk Tuesday. So this week's topic is, do you have any great food discoveries that you have found while traveling? Things that just illuminated your taste buds and made your mouth go wow that you want to share. Of course, with all my travels and being a food blogger, I have a lot of those moments, but there is one food in particular I want to discuss that I had actually last summer, 2016, when I was traveling to Austria and Budapest. And what I had, that's really my last overall amazing wow factor food that I've eaten since then, is a cake called a Punschtorte. I'll give you the setup of where I had this cake. Obviously Vienna is famous for pastries and cakes and all kinds of things like that, and coffee shops, but the piece of cake, the Punschtorte, that knocked my socks off was not in Vienna itself. That day my friend and I, Michelle, went on a excursion outside of the city. We did the Wachau area, and we got the Wachau combo ticket, which I highly recommend that you do through the National Railway system called the OBB. It's a lot cheaper. I think at the time it was €49. We started off our tour by taking the train to Melk. Melk is one of many medieval cities along the route. And there's an abbey there that dates back to, I believe, the 11th century. It's the most outrageous, Baroque, massive abbey I have ever seen in my life. It's totally worth it. It's amazing. And from there we left again very late. We were trying to catch the 4:30 p.m. cruise, which was the last one of the day. And we had not had lunch yet. So we saw a konditorei, which is what you call pastry shops in Austria. And we bought 3 pastries each for lunch and a coffee. So, you know, why not splurge? Just go sugar all the way. And I bought this little rectangular thing that was like super bright pink called a Punschtorte. We brought it with us. We had, I think we had 1 or 2 pastries while we were waiting for the boat. Then we kept one for a little bit later on. So we got on the cruise. It's just gorgeous. That part of the Danube is it's a UNESCO protected heritage world site, so it's really gorgeous. It's sort of the valley. There's a lot of medieval cities and crumbling castles, including one where Richard the Lionheart was imprisoned. There's a lot of vineyards in the mountains, and it's also the apricot region of Austria, because you'll find apricot in everything, including the Punschtorte. So we had to switch boats halfway. I don't remember which town, and that's when I decided I'll have my last of my 3 pastries. And oh my god, you know, there's like the big term foodgasm, and I think it's a loosely used term. Like, yeah, you ate something that was really good, I had a foodgasm, but I literally had a foodgasm. This thing is so sweet. Like the fondant icing has like citrus in it and alcohol in it, and it just kind of gets your nerve here, and it's just so sweet. Like, you feel like you're a 2-year-old that's about to bounce off the walls full of energy. It's so soaked in alcohol and rum. From that little piece, I kind of got drunk. Like, I definitely was boozy. It was unbelievable. Definitely the closest to a real actual foodgasm I've ever had in my life. My friend Michelle was laughing her head off watching me eat this. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Oh my god. I went on like that the whole time I ate the damn thing. And also that pastry cost me €2, which is about $3 Canadian, so that's really cheap, high satisfaction, sweet ever. And of course, I made the cake when I came back, so I'm going to link right now to my recipe that I made of Punschtorte. Funny enough, there's not that many online, and almost every recipe I found was in German, and none of the recipes individually really made the cake that I had specifically. So I actually went through Google Translate and combined 7 recipes into one, and I would say that it's 90% as good as what I had on the trip. I just think I could like maybe double the filling and it would be just as good. So it's basically a sponge cake, thin sponge cake cut in 2, and then in between that you take another cake or ladyfingers or whatever crumbled, and you soak them in orange juice and apricot jam and a couple of other ingredients and shitload of rum, and you let that sit for I think like overnight, and then you do this thick pink fondant icing that also has alcohol in it. It's amazing. Oh my God. If you ever get to have a Punschtorte in your life, eat it or make my recipe. You won't regret it. So that is my answer for one of the best food discoveries I've ever had on a trip in my life. Thank you again for tuning in for this edition of Travel Talk Tuesday. As you know, we are a big group of food travel vloggers on YouTube who enjoy sharing what we see on our holidays and discoveries we make along the way. Check out the playlist with the link where you can see everybody that participated this week, and you'll also get a link of the YouTube channels of the fellow participants. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos to come. Can be China, can be food from my food blog, and can be just travel in general. So I wish you a fabulous day, and I will see you soon. Bye!